All right, welcome to Tribulation 515 2011. Today is the 255th day of my tribulation. It is January 24th, 2012, and we are all waiting for President Obama to deliver his State of the Union address tonight. Yes, sir. You know, I'll give you mine. The world continues to slide, to spiral downwards into chaos. There's the State of the Union. You know, as far as Obama's concerned, everybody's saying, you know, hey, is he gonna be real and talk about real stuff, or is he gonna go into campaign mode and just promise us a bunch of stuff, tell us he's not to blame, and tell us who is to blame, and then tell us, hey, you know what, everything's okay. We just got to shake a little more money out of everybody with higher taxes, and the government will solve everything. To me, if he goes into that mode, it'll be like, oh my God, he's in this delusional bubble. Because reality to me is something a little bit different. Extreme weather. We had a bunch of storms and tornadoes ripping across Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi, just obliterating houses. And if you ask me, once again, it's testimony to the times we're living in, to the fact that things are not okay and working out. On Fox News today, I already knew it was kind of coming, but they were warning about the solar winds and the coronal mass ejections from the sun, and they're saying, hey, they're just going to get worse, going towards 2014, because the sun is, kind of escalating in its cycle and activity levels, and it's just fully expected that we're going to have all sorts of problems, with electrical grids, cell phones, TV reception, you name it. Saw a funny article, said France was not going to pull out of Afghanistan. They never surrender, right? But instead, they're just suspending operations. I'm sitting here thinking, man, what's the difference? But, the Iran situation continues to bubble and percolate. The rest of the world is kind of ratcheting up sanctions on Iran. I heard their economy devalued 10 to 15%. Iran might make a move and try and block the Strait of Hormuz. And, of course, if there's some kind of oil blockade, embargo that affects the whole global economy, that might be just all it takes to really, collapse the system in on itself. Because the EU right now is toppling. It's right on the brink. And, they're saying Greece is going to default. That's the start of it all. But I think there's a couple other countries that are all on the verge of defaulting. But, the whole Iran situation, ultimately, if it escalates, I'm sure Russia and China will be involved. And, of course, even here in the States, if all of a sudden there's this, embargo or blockade of oil, our president really hasn't done anything with energy. For 3 years we've done nothing except invest in fake, wind and solar stuff like Solyndra. I think America, Obama just said that he's not going to allow the pipeline to be built. So America has just never been weaker when it comes to energy. We're so dependent on other people, it's not right. But, Canada, if we don't build that pipeline, Canada is going to sell the oil to China. But one way or another, if this stuff all escalates in the next couple of months, and I'm thinking it is, going in towards March 22nd, it's kind of the crazy date to be looking at, but, we're not going to be looking good. If things go down, it'll be worse than the Jimmy Carter days, where we only could get gas every other day. I'm old enough to remember that. And, if you think the price of gas is bad now at $3-4, if this all kicks in, by this summer, gas could be up to $6, $7, $8, and I'll tell you, it's not going to be happy days are here again. But we'll see what President Obama tells us all tonight. Is it good times? Is everything okay? Just got to elect him, do what he says, whatever his programs are. I'm sure that's what he'll say. And of course, those other guys, they're the ones don't want to go back to that. You know what? It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all hollow promises. Get ready, man, to confront Tribulation 2012. All right. Take it easy.